Hey there, I am Dr. Dave. Welcome to Microdose U. I need to come clean at the very beginning before I get into the real meat of this episode today, which, by the way, is going to be a great one. And I urge you to listen to the end because I've got something pretty special for you right there. But this year, I'm doing things a little bit differently. And I usually don't talk about this, but I've noticed that I don't have as many viewers and listeners as I've had in the past. And I'll tell you what I think, and it's okay with me, and I'm going to explain this. I'll tell you what I think the reason is. Because this year, as I said, this is the year that we're making it our best year ever. There's zero question about it. For the past 4 years, I've been giving you a ton of information. I mean, I've given it to you over and over and over. What's dosage? What kind of schedule you should be on? Should you take SSRIs? How do you get off of SSRIs? I've given you so much information. And in those days, yeah, my listener and viewership was a little bit greater. Now we're making this our best year ever. And every single episode is numbered, starting with episode number 1 on January 1st or close to that. And each episode builds on the previous one. And I made a promise to you that if you listen to these or watch all of these and really do the exercises I give you, this will be your absolute best year ever because there's no more messing around here. We've got to make this year and all subsequent years fantastic because what else do we have? Now, look, I could make every episode, I could make it clickbait, I could make it sensationalistic, and I get a lot more viewers and a lot more listeners. But you know something? That's not what I want. I'm here to change lives. And I've noticed now the ones that I have, people like you that are listening or watching are pretty much watching or listening all the way through. You're not listening or watching for a minute or two. You're listening all the way through and you're really into it. And this is much more important to me to have an audience of people who truly want to change this year as opposed to just jumping in, getting a little bit of information here and there, jumping onto another show, looking at and their lives never change because they're always going to be jumping around, doing different things. Their lives will never change. But you're with me here. I'm so glad. And again, for me, it's not about the numbers. And also something I've noticed, the people that are more engaged with me now this year are also taking the next step to join my Patreon community. And that's where the real learning and camaraderie and kindness and help and the next level stuff and finding out where to get the absolute best medicine. That's where that's all taking place. And by the way, that's all in the show notes. And I've got a brand new page on my website. It should be up by the time you get this episode out. And it's much easier now to actually sign up for Patreon. We get your mobile number. We put you on the WhatsApp platform. And it's just a group of people that I cannot explain how wonderful it is. So I didn't mean to get into that so early in the episode, but I'm doing things differently this year. I'm not having as much viewership or listenership. Don't get me wrong. I still have a lot of people. But I notice it's declined a little bit from when I was a little bit more sensationalistic, and that's totally okay with me. Because I'm here to change your fucking life this year. And I apologize about my language. I hope there were no kids in the room. But I am seriously changing your life this year. And I'm so glad that you're with me and we're doing it this way. And we're doing it the right way. Now, let's get into today's episode. So I want to start today by sharing something that happened to me just this past week because it connects directly to the work that we've been doing and where this year is going. But before I get into it, I want to check in with you just for a second because in the last episode, I think this is episode 7 of this year. That was episode 6. I asked you to pay attention to one simple thing. What did you respond differently today than you would have, how you would have responded before? And I'm genuinely curious how that went for you. Not whether you suddenly felt better, but whether you noticed even one small moment where you paused or reacted a little bit differently, or you didn't go as far down that spiral of a rabbit hole than you usually do. And if you did, that matters. And if you didn't notice anything yet, that's okay too, because sometimes early on, It's simply noticing how automatic our reactions have been. So either way, that exercise wasn't really about judging yourself. I just want you to know that. It was more about building awareness. And that awareness is exactly what all of this work we're doing this year is built on. You're going to see, as we get even deeper into it, you're going to see every episode builds on the previous one. Okay, so anyway, here's what I want to share with you today. A few days ago, I went to my annual ophthalmology appointment. And before I was even taken back, I was sitting in the waiting room, and you could kind of have a visual of the hallway where they have the exam rooms and all that stuff. And I saw my doctor walking down the hallway. And I remember thinking, something just feels a little bit off. I've known him for at least 4 to 5 years now. He didn't seem present. He seemed, and this is just me observing from the waiting room, he just seemed to be distant, like there was something else on his mind. Maybe he wanted to be somewhere else. And I thought to myself, I feel bad for him. He just doesn't seem to be that into it, and I hope he's happy. And I didn't really know why or what was going on, but I just felt something. So when I got into the exam room, we reconnected. I go once a year, so it's been a year. So he asked me how my year's been going so far this year. I told him the truth. I said I've been dealing with a pretty annoying upper respiratory infection, a lot coughing, losing my voice, feeling worn down. Because he did ask me, so that's why I volunteered the information. But I also told him that I'm okay now, I'm feeling better, and I knew that this would all have to pass eventually. And then I would be okay, which I was feeling pretty good then. And then I asked him how he was doing. And immediately something in the room felt different. He looked at me and said, "Not so great." He said, "My wife was just diagnosed with blood cancer in the middle of last year." Now, I want to be honest about what happened inside of me at that moment when he told me that. It hit me pretty hard. Because here I was talking about something uncomfortable, but temporary. My upper respiratory infection, it goes away. It was temporary, but it was uncomfortable. And he was sharing something, how he's living inside a situation that could change his entire life. And I didn't know exactly what to say at that point. So I just said the usual, oh, doctor, I'm so sorry. This must be really tough, that kind of thing. And he shared a little more with me. And then he finally said, before he got into examining me, he said, well, we've come to realize that it's in God's hands. And I kind of agreed with him. And that was it. While he was examining me, I started thinking about whether I should share with him about microdosing. And I thought about, how much it's helped me. And of course, I realized how much it's helped me and how it's changed my relationship with anxiety and fear and everything, and how it's helped me stay super grounded. And my life is totally different. But then I thought, and I didn't say anything. I just didn't. And it's not because I don't believe in it. I mean, I've changed so many lives over the past 4 to 5 years, I can't even count. But because I guess in that moment, it wasn't about me fixing something. It was more about me listening. And that restraint matters. A few years ago, I don't think that moment would have landed the same way for me because my anxiety would have pulled me more inward. Maybe I would have made the moment more about me, about my discomfort, about what I should say or do, about trying to make it better. But something through the microdosing has totally changed me. I'm still a human being, like I've always said. It hasn't made me immune to stress or any type of hardship that would come about. But what it's done, it's totally widened my perspective. It's helped me see so much more clearly, and not just myself, but mainly other people. It helped me realize that everyone is carrying something. And yes, I mean everyone. There are no exceptions. Some things that you can't see, some things you won't know unless they tell you. And when you start to see that, something really interesting happens. Your own anxiety starts to actually unravel, loosen up a little bit. Not because your problems disappear, but because they're no longer the only thing in the room. You see, anxiety thrives when your world gets very small, when everything collapses down to your symptoms, your fears, your timeline, your urgency. Perspective doesn't validate pain, but it does soften it. This is one of the quieter ways that microdosing works. When you give it time, you become less self-enclosed, more aware, more present. And that doesn't make you passive, it makes you grounded. I learned some really big lessons when I was in Japan last time, which I'm sure I shared with you a little while back. But mainly I've learned not to talk about myself, or as little as possible. It's not about me. I no longer feel comfortable making me the center of attention and talking about like what I do. Here's what I do. Here's what I did. Look at me. Look at me. No. I learned to focus on others more, a lot more, because it's not about me, and it shouldn't be about me. And I want to say something important here because this can be misunderstood. I'm not saying other people have it worse, so you should stop feeling what you feel. No, I'm not saying that at all. That's not helpful, and it's definitely not true. Your pain matters. Your anxiety matters. Your depression matters. But what I'm saying is that perspective changes depending on how tightly you hang on to those experiences. And that change doesn't come from effort. It comes from awareness. This is why I didn't bring up microdosing in that room with my ophthalmologist. Not because it wouldn't help, but because sometimes the most healing thing you can do is simply be present with another human being. Microdosing, when it's working deeply, doesn't turn you into someone who needs to fix every person out there. It turns you into someone who can sit with complexity without needing to resolve it immediately. That's growth. So here's the practice for this week, and it's a gentle one. I'm going to take it easy on you this time. At least one time this week, I want you to notice a moment when you meet someone with a little more kindness than you normally would. You don't need to help them. You don't need to give them advice. You don't need to say the perfect thing. Just notice the kindness. Notice what happens in your body when you stop making everything about you. Those moments matter more than you think. This is part of how anxiety loosens its hold on you. It's part about how your world gets bigger again. This is how we're making 2026 different. Very different. And like I said at the very beginning here today, if I don't have as many viewers and listeners as I did in previous years, but the ones I have like you're still here, we're almost to the end, and you're still here engaged, you are the type of viewer and listener that I want. Somebody that's engaged, somebody that has said to themselves, I'm in, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make 2026 my best year ever. And there's going to be a little bit of work involved. A lot of people these days don't want to do any of the work. They want to pop a few capsules of psilocybin and go on with their lives, and they think everything's going to be better, but it's not going to be better. And that's why we're taking this year to really do it the absolute right way. Like I said, we're making this year different. And it's not by changing how you feel inside, but by changing how you move through this world. I really hope this resonated with you today. I mean, that appointment with my eye doctor, telling me that story, just opened up my eyes so much. And it's not about me. It's about me listening to others and being present in the moment with others. And that alone, helping others, actually helps my anxiety to decrease. Of course, all along with microdosing, of course that, of course. I'm not minimizing the microdosing at all. This was the 7th episode of 2026. As I said, they all build on previous ones. So if this happens to be the first or second one you're listening to this year, please make sure you go back starting with number 1 and listen to them in order. And I promise you, this will work and you're going to have your best year ever. I've got a brand new episode that comes out every Wednesday. And remember, Dr. Denise Moret, my good friend, colleague, and doctor of psychology, has a women's series right here on the same channel here. Her episode comes out every Sunday, both on YouTube and on Apple, Spotify, and all the audio platforms. What I promised I would end with, I said stick to the end of this episode because I've got something important for you. I'm trying to make signing up for Patreon as easier than it's ever been. It's been a little clunky. Sometimes people sign up. We want to get their mobile phone numbers to put them on the WhatsApp platform because that's where 95% of the action takes place with this incredible Patreon family that we have. And it's been clunky. So I redesigned an entire page on my website to do it right. And I think it should work now easier for you. So if you haven't signed up for Patreon yet, it is a paid platform. It's $12.50 a month. I promise you that $12.50 per month will change your life. We talk about where to buy this medicine. We have 3 trusted sources that work really, really well. We've got an incredible, kind family. We do live Zoom meetings generally once a week. Sometimes we have to skip a week just due to travel schedules and things like that, but generally once a week. It is an engaged group of people that are basically helping others 24/7. It's time to join Patreon. And the new link should be in the show notes and my website. So try it out, see if it works for you. I really hope to see you there. And please remember, you are valuable. You matter. You matter a lot to me. And so does everyone else who you cross paths with. I am Dr. Dave. Talk to you next week.